for joining us.
You got walls and a roof. Well,
if you think you know Pattaya nightlife, well, think again. Everybody talks about walking streets, sure, the neon-lit playground for tourists and the curious. But just a few blocks away lies Soi 6, a place that operates on its own rules, with a vibe that's raw, unfiltered, and often misunderstood. Soi 6 isn't just a street, it's a whole other world, packed into a few hundred meters, with more stories per square meter than most places you'll find in Thailand's party capital. So what is Soi 6 exactly? For those who've never been, it's a short side street connecting Second Road and Beach Road. It's lined with dozens of bars, each vying for your attention with music, neon lights, and of course, the ladies who sit in front of them. But the atmosphere here is completely different to the more polished, choreographed scenes of Walking Street. This is Pattaya's gritty, unapologetic nightlife corridor, where deals are made quickly, conversations start fast, and the pace never lets up. One of the defining characteristics of Soi 6 is its pace. Unlike the big clubs or open-air beer gardens you might be used to, Soi 6 doesn't encourage hanging around in one place for hours, nursing the same drink. No, this street is designed for rapid-fire bar hopping, quick introductions, and a relentless rhythm of drink, chat, and move on. Doors open early, often as soon as 1 p.m, and by mid-afternoon the street is humming with activity. It's not just a nighttime scene, it's a day-long affair, and it makes it unique in Pattaya's nightlife ecosystem. Walking down Soi 6, you immediately hit the noise, a loud, vibrant clash of music genres and voices competing for your attention. One bar blasts Eurodance while the next cranks out rock classics, karaoke machines belt out pop hits in another, and somewhere nearby the deep bass of Thai hip-hop rumbles through the walls. The street is a cacophony, but it's carefully choreographed chaos. Every bar trying to outdo its neighbour to lure passers-by inside. The bars themselves are typically small, narrow, long rooms filled with stools along the bar, a few small tables, and sometimes a pool table in the back. Many have simple wooden floors, low ceilings, and decor that ranges from tacky neon kitsch to surprisingly cozy. The open front makes the street feel like one giant outdoor party, with music and chatter spilling onto the pavement, mingling with the traffic and the calls of the vendors selling snacks and cigarettes. Now, it's impossible to talk about Soi 6 without mentioning the ladies who work there. They're the street's heartbeat, sitting outside or near the bars in matching outfits, sometimes tight dresses, sometimes more casual, waving, smiling, calling out to passers-by. Their job is to attract customers, and they're good at it. If you're walking alone, you will get noticed. You might get a gentle tug on the arm, or a cheeky grin, or perhaps a playful shout. It's all part of the game, part of the experience, and it's something first-timers need to prepare for. It can feel overwhelming, especially if you're shy or not used to direct attention, but that's the reality of Soi 6's social dance. Prices on Soi 6 are generally lower than the pricier, more touristy-heavy Walking Street. Beers go for around 80 to 120 baht. Ladies drinks between 150 and 200 baht, and the infamous bar fine, the fee to take the lady out for the night. Well, that varies from around 600 to 1000 baht or more, depending on the bar and of course the girl. It's not cheap exactly, but it's affordable compared to many other parts of Pattaya. Just remember, these prices can fluctuate, and it's always good to know what you're agreeing to before you commit. One quirk about Soi 6 is that it's busier during the afternoon and early evening than it is late at night. So by 10 or 11 p.m, the streets start to wind down, and many bars closing shortly after midnight. This is the opposite of most nightlife districts, where the action peaks late. If you want to experience the street at its liveliest, the sweet spot is between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m, when the mix of tourists, expats, and locals creates an electric atmosphere. The crowd on Soi 6 is electric. You'll find tourists from Europe, Russia, Australia, and beyond, retirees who have made Pattaya their home, Thai locals enjoying their day off, and a smattering of long-term expats. This mix creates a unique social dynamic. Conversations bubble up everywhere, laughter echoes, and it's easy to strike up a chat with strangers. It's not just a place for drinks, it's a place for connections, brief or lasting. Of course, with a scene this intense and fast-moving, Soi 6 is not without its risks and pitfalls. Some bars have been known to overcharge unsuspecting tourists. Extra fees can appear mysteriously on bills, and the infamous curtain closing, where the action moves upstairs behind closed doors. It's something newcomers should approach cautiously. The best advice is to keep your wits about you. Check your bills carefully and never accept drinks or services you haven't agreed to beforehand. Etiquette here is straightforward but vital. If a girl has been chatting and keeping you company, buying her a lady drink is the polite and expected gesture. It supports her and the bar. Avoid snapping photos without permission. Many girls and customers prefer discretion. And above all, respect the people around you. Loud, rude behavior will get you nowhere and you could get thrown out. Soy 6's reputation precedes it, often surrounded by whispers and half-truths. To some, it's the wild part of Pattaya nightlife, an unfiltered window into the city's notorious side. To others, it's a place to be avoided, too harsh, too in your face. But for anyone curious enough to walk its length, Soy 6 offers a nightlife experience that's unlike any other in Thailand. If you're planning to visit, here's a tip. Don't start your night here if it's your first time in Pattaya. The street's pace can be overwhelming. Warm up somewhere else, get your bearings and come to Soy 6 when you're ready to dive into the chaos. You'll likely find yourself hopping between bars, meeting new people and soaking in the atmosphere. Time works differently here. What starts as one drink often becomes several hours and more stories than you ever expected. Despite the changes over the years, bars opening and closing, trends shifting, Soy 6 remains consistent in spirit. It's loud, fast and unapologetically itself. Whether you love it or hate it, Soy 6 is part of Pattaya's soul, a place where the night never truly ends and where every visit leaves you with a story, whether you want one or not. So that's the truth about Soy 6, a street of neon lights, quick smiles and endless motion, a place where the night is always young and the energy never fades. Whether you walk away with a new friend, a new memory, or just a few beers and some curious glances, Soy 6 is a place you won't soon forget. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this tour of Soy 6, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and leave a comment with your own experiences or questions about Pattaya's nightlife. Remember to stay curious, stay skeptical, and we'll see you on the next one.